Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the announcement that was just made yesterday. There was a Variety article that actually exclusively broke the story, and then Sarcasm put out an article as well. So I'm going to link both of those articles down in the description of this video. But we are getting a new spinoff of Love After Lockup in 2022 called Love During Lockup. Essentially, if a lot of people know that the executive producer, the big wig behind Love After Lockup, is the same person that's behind Marrying Millions and 90 Day Fiancé. It's Matt Sharp and Sharp Entertainment. Excuse me. I reference him and that entertainment company frequently. So that is the kind of parent of all these reality TV show offsprings. Even though they're on different networks, still the same creative mind behind them. So I'm gonna say that I'm excited about a new spinoff because I love the Love After Lockup franchise, but I am cautiously optimistic. I'm gonna be honest, I do have some questions and concerns. So I believe that Love After Lockup premiered in 2017. And since 2017, it's followed a very regular formula. It hasn't really changed or evolved too much. They did introduce the spinoff Life After Lockup in, I believe, 2019. And that has been that. It's kind of just been trucking along as this, I don't know, it's a wildly popular show, but it kind of has its own niche and its own following. A lot of crossover with the 90 Day Fiancé fandom. I think that's probably because it is the same producer, it's the same kind of formula. But we see now that it's getting tapped for expansion. According to the Variety article, the producer, this makes me laugh because the shade. The producer behind roughly 50 zillion installments of 90 Day Fiancé for TLC, from a creative standpoint, that quoted the Matt Sharp is saying, from a creative standpoint, we're always thinking about elements of a particular show that are kind of getting a short shrift. Yes, Love After Lockup would explain a couple's origin story, but the full stories of how they met weren't being told. We always have talked a lot about the importance in an authentic series like this of capturing firsts. Not just talking about first, like we did this, we did that, but actually being there. By backing up the timeline, Sharp said, Love During Lockup will bear witness to those firsts. And another exec, Gellert, said, if the prisoner has a release date on the horizon, you could ultimately end up seeing that Love During couple in Love After. My just knee-jerk reaction to this announcement was so excited. But I will be honest, I do have some concerns. There are shows, I don't remember the networks, but there was a show called Prison Wives. We did see this documented kind of with Prisoner of Love, this, someone's on the inside and someone's on the outside and kind of navigating that relationship. And I'll be honest, while it is intriguing, we will be mostly following the person on the outside, right? Because the person on the inside is just going to have a lot more limited resources. This has been something that fans have complained about for a long time when we've seen couples featured on 90 Day Fiancé when they're in two different countries, a la Angela and Michael or Nicole and Azen. It was someone on their phone the whole time, and viewers kind of got sick of that. So it'll be interesting to see how they navigate obvious production technicalities that they're going to have to work through. There's absolutely a market for spinoffs, and we've seen some success with the 90 Day Fiancé the other way before the 90 days. Those have become franchise staples that are now main contenders with 90 Day Fiancé OG, right? But oversaturation is a concern. We've seen 90 Day Fiancé has put out What Now, Just Landed, Self Quarantine, Strikes Back, Single Life, which did get really popular on Discovery Plus, as well as Love in Paradise. That was wildly popular as well. So some successes, but man, did they oversaturate the market. And people are kind of, they poke fun at the amount of spinoffs a lot. And they don't watch a lot of the spinoffs because there's just so many. It's like you're bombarded with 90 Day Fiancé all the time. So I think ultimately with 90 Day Fiancé, it's hard to keep up with just the sheer volume of spinoffs. And there's a quality over quantity aspect to it. Now, granted, I will say that a lot of these spinoffs that we did see coming from 90 Day Fiancé were kind of quarantine born. So the self-quarantine, a lot of these were self-filmed, and they just lacked the compelling storyline that we wanted to see. So it will be interesting to see how Love During Lockup kind of combats those issues. First of all, are we going to be seeing people that have really long prison sentences where they might not ever get out of jail? Are we going to see lifers on the inside? Are these people that just, they've met someone? It's kind of like Prisoner of Love, where Chelsea, she's setting people up. Will Chelsea, the prison matchmaker, make her way over to Love During Lockup? I don't know. But so that is a question I have. How long are these people going? Is there an end in sight for these couples? One of the things that the Variety article talked about that I found really fascinating, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this, is we see this problem especially in the Bachelor franchise and all of its spinoffs. This element of people that go on the show clearly just for clout. Now, sometimes the producers will kind of latch on to that person as a villain, the bad guy or bad girl of said season. We've seen it with multiple couples on this last season of Bachelor in Paradise. They were like pre-existing couples that went on the show. Instagram followers, social media was a big component of their motivation for going on the show. And we haven't seen that really on Love After Lockup. It's starting to kind of seem like it might be seeping into 90 Day Fiancé. But the thing that I've liked about Love After Lockup is it would just seem silly to go on a show like Love After Lockup for clout. So it seems like this show has kind of been immune to that. Matt Sharp was quoted in the Variety article as saying, certainly as shows get more successful, of course you're going to have people that are potentially wanting to be on a show because they want to raise their social media platform. We are on high alert for anyone that feels that way. I will say that the couples that we've seen, they might not have been together for the right reasons, but I don't think any of them were together for clout that we've seen so far on Love and Life After Lockup. It'll be interesting and sad, honestly, to see if someone dates someone, because for me, I would have to assume that the clout chaser would probably be the person on the outside, the unincarcerated participant in that relationship. And it would be really sad to see someone using someone behind bars as just a means to gain some sort of fame. we have seen, especially on Prisoner of Love, on Love After Lockup, and Life After Lockup, that sometimes people get used the other way, where it's someone being used for money, for just, companionship or entertainment, and that the actual affection and romance is not legitimately or seriously being taken in that relationship. So Love During Lockup is set to premiere January of 2022. So I am interested to know, 90 Day Fiance really doesn't give us any breaks anymore. We've gone one right after another. The last time they even took a Sunday off was for the Super Bowl. So my question is, Love After Lockup has taken breaks. Before 2 seasons back of Love After Lockup, we had come off of like a 4-month hiatus. We know that Love After Lockup has been a difficult show to cast for, which a lot of us have actually appreciated, because it kind of weeds out some of those clout chasers and things like that. And you do get left with, for better or for worse, authentic couples. Since we know that they are open to expanding the franchise and adding additional shows, will we see specific couples getting their own shows, like the family Chantel, Darcy, and Stacey? In the Variety article, Matt Sharp and his producer partner, they mentioned that Brittany and Marcelino are like the favorites. That's why they keep coming back. A lot of people, we like Brittany and Marcelino as people, but I think it's disappointing to see an obviously heavily produced storyline when this couple has been authentically themselves, I would say, pretty much this whole time. And maybe this show is just not for them anymore, because as a compliment to them, because they've kind of graduated, right? And I don't know. So will we possibly see couples like Brittany and Marcelino maybe get their own show? Sarah, Michael, and whoever, Maria, maybe getting their own show. There's lots of couples that I think people actually would watch. Angela and Tony with their own show, I'd watch it. Additionally, could we see former cast members on this show? We could see Alex, we could see Matt, we could see Lamondre, who I'm pretty sure was never actually released. So could we be seeing former cast members back in the dating game? Love After Lockup, the single life during lockup? I don't know. We will see. But they've also said in the Variety article, they might be using this as kind of a pipeline to Love After Lockup. So will Love During Lockup feed Love After Lockup, which we know feeds Life After Lockup? So we will see. Let me know what you think, you guys. Are you excited for this spinoff? I'm really, really excited for it. I'm gonna go in with an open mind, even though I do have some concerns. My main concern just being logistically, how entertaining is this going to be? Is it going to be a long season, or is it just going to be maybe like 6 to 10 episodes? Just because they're just logistically are issues. One person can only ever film one type of way. The relationship, they're never going to be together. It's always going to be long distance, for lack of a better word. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of set the show up to still bring a compelling storyline and combating those issues. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, have a good one, much love.